What's going on, my Cardano friends? It is your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be going over Cardano and the latest news inside of the ecosystem. Keep in mind this video is based off a thread by Cardano Whale. If you want to check it out, it will be linked down in the description. Now, lots of things are going on in Cardano, and even though the price of Cardano is down significantly, things keep building, and that's great. The first thing it's building and is very exciting, I made a video on it earlier this week, is Hydra and the scaling solution for Cardano being put onto testnets and demos, especially at Rare Bloom, a Cardano live event by SundaySwap, showcasing it, and basically transactions going off one after another instantly. A good layer 2 solution, and it's looking pretty promising and getting a lot of excitement around the whole Cardano community. Next up, we have an NFT project, one that I've made quite a few videos on and a heavy investment in a little while back, and I still have all my assets so far. And that is Makasi. They've been doing some things. They've been building some things, including a game or a pet game, and a lot of screenshots of their project, a lot of things going on in the market, and a lot of just overall good developments in this section of Cardano, which is NFTs, especially not only with this project, but a bunch more. And we'll get into some of those in just a sec here. As you can see here, Cardano activity is overall growing. NFT volume hit 3 million and 2.8 million ADA on the 17th and 18th of October, solidifying Cardano as the third largest NFT protocol, with OpenSea NFT statistics tracking that. And the network transactions on the 19th hit 97,000, up 75% month over month, courtesy of CardanoScan.io. MinSwap DEX highest volume in half a year at 3 million plus daily as well. So it's not just NFTs, it's Cardano in general. Something I also mentioned in a video earlier this week is Book.io and getting another large investment into their company, into their startup essentially, which is building the future of books here on Cardano. And I am really liking everything that Book.io is putting out. I'm going to do a separate deep dive video on them, but figured I would announce this announcement for you guys once again. One of the top media conglomerate and leading book distributors in the world are now on board the Cardano ecosystem. Cardax is also now running a private test on Macomata, another layer 2 that's not Hydra, and the launch is coming soon. Maybe looks pretty nice, and definitely people are giving it a go right now. It's worth a shot if you want to try out private test nets for the Cardano DEX or Cardax DEX on Macomata layer 2 DEXs, as they have been kind of slow lately in terms of news and things happening on layer 2s, but here's something for you to check out if you're interested. Speaking of Cardano adoption, we also have a group of tokens that are listed on MinSwap DEX, now available on CoinGecko, which is one of the best crypto APIs there is, and really glad to see this overall because it makes it much easier for tokens listed on Cardano to go crypto mainstream and attract liquidity, because people see them on the charts on these data searching tools and not just have to come directly to MinSwap to see it. Another NFT project is ADA Ninjas, and there's a thread that'll be linked down in the description on why the 5 different areas they're building are pretty freaking awesome. NFTs, comics, gaming, music, and animation. The game does look pretty dope overall, and they have been building on Cardano for a long time, as long as I can remember, really months after I got into NFTs over a year ago for sure. Another great mention is DApps on Cardano. Basically the go-to stop for Cardano DApps, and to see what's going on with all the DApps on Cardano, don't forget to check it out. This will also be linked down in the description. AxoTrade has been on a tear of interviews, including an interview with Army of Spies and also myself. If you want to check these 2 interviews out, they will also be linked down in the description through Whale's thread or through my tweet. And this is overall just because Axo is building something really special. I have separate videos on Axo, and I'll also link those in the description. But that is great news to see that people are getting attention to something that is coming to bring not only new DeFi users, but traditional finance users over to Cardano too in a big way. Mutants, an NFT project on Cardano, has been doing a lot of different kinds of raffles with smart contracts. It's really cool, basically using native tokens on Cardano that aren't ADA to get raffle tickets and raffle them off. And this has been going pretty well, and they're now announcing the ability to create raffles on mobile, plus user experience and user interaction enhancements and overall bug fixes. People often ask why Cardano, and Input Output has formed quite a few interesting infographics to put some information into concise manners. If you want to check them out, you can pause the video now. I'm not going to go over them right now because most of you probably already know these, honestly, but having them here to share with people is really important, and this will also be linked down in the description when we come to it in the Whale thread. Claymates came out with some big news, another NFT project on Cardano, lots of NFT things going on, and shared a glimpse of their Sonic Village Hub in Clay Nation, their upcoming virtual festival and events environment, and I'm going to be honest, it looks pretty awesome. I mean, I've seen some other NFTs and some metaverses and some interactable areas, and this is probably one of the best ones I've seen so far, and especially because it's made of clay, or at least it looks that way, and it's pretty awesome. Next up, we also have Paribus and the MVP testnet going live, something you might not have heard of, but essentially they're building a cross-chain borrowing and lending protocol for NFTs, liquidity positions, and synthetic assets. So I'm expecting this might tie into other synthetic lending and borrowing platforms on Cardano, and I hope so. And overall, they've been building and they have some things coming up to show for it. If you're interested in the Cardano Summit, speaker voting is now open and you can place your votes for the industry leaders you want to see speak at the summit. Big piece of news that hasn't really been talked about too much, at least not on my Twitter feed, is Oracle or Charlie 3, the first Oracle to launch on Cardano. There's a lot of different things that are going to be unlocked now for DeFi, having an Oracle live on Cardano. And there's a lot more to come from oracles and the uses of them as we go forward and aggregate more data. At least I think so. Meld has updated their roadmap a bit, and the notable launches look to be in Q1 of 2023, with, for instance, the Meld app and DAO. Also, the DeFi wallet launch, some big things coming later in the next year. Overall, a lot more people are coming onto Cardano and into Cardano and building new things, from open Oracle pool protocols to new wallets that run on new systems. A lot of things are going on in Cardano, and right now, everything seems to be booming. And if you're interested in the boom and you want to take a risk on some ISPOs and get some different types of tokens, you can do that. A new native way of fundraising in the Cardano ecosystem, which kind of has been around since the beginning of its Shelley era, but it's been upped and it's been gamed a lot more recently. If you want to go check out maestro.org, they have all the different top projects that are offering this service. Something that's pretty important is storage, and in Cardano, we have a decentralized cloud storage network being built, which is pretty cool. Lego Official has come out with their first beta of the protocol, and it seems to work pretty well. Go check it out if you are interested. The weekly update report on Essential Cardano highlighted work on Marlowe CLI and hybrid registration for Mithril, something that is pretty big for light client wallets coming forth. And also, apparently we're up to 102 projects now launched on Cardano. That's pretty insane, considering this is also a short list, in my opinion, of overall projects, not really including NFTs or other things, and also a lot of projects right now that are implementing the Vasil changes and benefits are about to release something massive. Speaking of Vasil upgrades, Fluid Tokens has came out with a V2 contract, and it uses Vasil's capabilities, 50% less transaction size, reference inputs, lower fees, and secret features that are going to blow your mind if you can guess them. But yeah, pretty solid progress over here by Fluid Tokens, and I'm glad to see it. Lastly, another project that I hadn't really heard of until I read Will's thread was Yam4, a great thread on what they're bringing to Cardano. Community-backed lending protocol offers crypto-backed loans with no margin calls, indefinite loan terms, crypto-backed loans funded through protocol treasury, and token supply-demand balance protocols. Lastly, I also want to mention that a few days ago I made a video on Cardano going to $32 and the possibility of it happening and how it could happen. And I highlighted a lot of developer tooling things. And as you can see in the news I just read off, there's quite a bit of developer tooling projects and things that help developers. But also there is Demeter.run. A huge impact on Cardano's developer tooling will come from this, I believe, in the next few months. And if you want to check it out, definitely do so if you want to get started. And I will leave this tweet link down in the description so you can go check it out for yourself. Anyways, that's it for the video today. If you guys enjoyed, please stick with the Jack Stake pool, turn passive 8 out on your ADA, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.